Hi, so today we've got Mark 3 Mondeo rear shock absorbers leaking, knocking, so we're going to replace them. I've had a look around for some vids on this, can't find anything, so I thought I'd give it a bash and record some information, might come in handy. I've never done one of these before, so we'll learn on the way and see how we get on. So first things first, we'll whip off the wheel, put some lube around the bolts and see how we go. Okay, so on first inspection, we've got a drop link to remove, we've got a bolt to remove for the clamp on the hub, and up top it's hard to see, but we should have two bolts up there that need to be removed. So let's go with that and see how we get on. So we'll give everything a good spray down. Up here there's two 10mm bolts. And they're holding the hole. Assembling the top, but we need to release it from the bottom here before we take the second bolt out, so let's go for that. So we've got a drop link, it's got a Allen key in the centre, get that in there, 15mm. Not on it. Sometimes they come out, sometimes we have to hold it, so I'm hoping that this will now just release from there. And the big bolt, pinch bolts are 15mm as well, so let's see how tight that fella is. Oh dear, that's not good. That's not good. That's really tight. Have to heat it up, I need to get that off. So we're going to have to get the hot blower on this. Tight again. Oh God, that was tight. So now I'm just going to get the big hammer and tap the hook down. See how much travel we've got in these arms. Seems to be moving quite freely. It's windy today. It's windy today. Okay, so the first problem I can see is, I don't know if you can catch this, the hub has dropped down, but it's now touching on the anti-roll bar link. So I've got to do something along the lines of either drop the anti-roll bar link off of its mountings, or take the hub away from its mounting bolts to swing it. Right, so first of all I'm going to take the caliper off. So the two 13mm bolts on the back of the caliper, I'm going to whip that off, get that out of the way, so that's one thing out. Okay, so I'm going to take the back bolt out. It's hard to see from where you are there, but I'm going to whip the back bolt out, grab the bottom arm. So that's one of them away. And then I'll do the same with this one on this side. These are all 15mm. They've got a load of corrosion on them. So that's them two out, which will now give me a bit of leeway on this to swing this arm a bit. So I'll just slip the caliper off as well. So now bingo. There we go. There we go, now we're talking. So, that's come away from there. That's all good. Now we can go away with tapping this. It's getting there. And lube around it. And that should drop down now. That'll release into the 10mm bolt we've got up there. There we go. And it's down. And there we have, first leg out. We'll take the spring off, compress it, swap it over onto the new leg. That's a good thing, don't put your finger in there when you're doing it, because it hurts. Right, so we've got the load off it now, so it's in. Top bolt off. There you go. The new one, that's the old one. You can see around the top of here all the oil's coming out, and these are as soft as putty, these the old ones. So we'll whip the dust cover off, stick that on the new one, push that right down over the sleeve, let's clean it up a bit. Out with the old in with the new, slide the spring over the top of the new one. Just line it up. Then we've got the top to go back on. Start that off, stick the bolt back on the top. and line it up ready for decompression. What we're looking for is down the bottom. We want the little lug to be lining up with the bottom of the spring. There we go, that's them off. Nicely lined up at the bottom. Sat in at the top. All ready for installation. Okay, so we've swapped it over. Got the new Bilsteins here. We'll drop the top bolts in first and then hook the rest of it back up. So we'll slide that back in up there. With this 10mm bolt. And then attempt to get that back in the hole. Okay, we've got the two top bolts in, and the first thing you notice is this bracket here, whereas the old one was, when it was fully down, it was sitting above that. So these new Bilsteins are slightly longer on fully extension, so I'm going to have to lever those back over onto the subframe. What a palaver! Okay, so first of all, I'm going to give this a wiggle and try and get it located back into its back into the strut with a hub. Somewhere around about there in the middle up. This is going to be fun. So we need another pair of hands, but we'll get that under there. We'll get that. She's going in. So I've just jacked it slightly higher. Now I've got the axle stand under. I'll just lower the car down onto that axle stand just to put a bit of pressure on this hub. Hopefully we can start to just tap it back down again. I've got to make sure that is coming in level with the peg at the back there, which at the minute it's not. I've got to twist it around slightly. Okay, so I've just got that back in and now lever that over. I've still got distance to go getting the shaft in. I'm almost away from the anti-roll bar link. I'm just going to try and get these two arms back in now, get these big bolts back just so that we've got the positioning right. And then I can put some proper weight on it. So we'll get these going back into the hub either end. Right, so I've got to get this over that subframe mount there. Lever it up. Slide it in. There we go. Get that started. Same with the one at the back. So let's get them wallet back in. Right, so that's looking good. That's looking a bit more like what it used to. So now I can get some decent axle stand under here and press this arm back in again. Just jack it up a little bit. Just got that under there. Now we know we're lifting straight. I'm going to drop that onto that. So decent weight going onto that. Tap that down. So I've just put a mole grip onto the arm so I can get some leverage on it. as the pinch bolt. A bit of lube on it. Let's just have a look, so that's all the way home. Yeah, so that's all the way down now, that's all located nicely. So we're in. Great stuff. Get that pinch bolt back up. We've got the anti-roll bar link, which will now go back in as well. Start back up. Get the brake caliper back on. Do them up. Just finish them off, make sure they're nice and tight. So, two top bolts in nice and tight, drop links in, pinch bolts in, bottom arms are all done back up again. Put the wheel back on, happy days.